Joining me. Sorrow continues at the site of the condo collapse in Surfside, Florida, as more victims are pulled from the rubble. Another 7 victims were recovered from the debris. That brings the death toll now to 86 confirmed. Officials say 62 of the dead have been identified and 43 people are still unaccounted for. The investigation into the cause of the collapse is still underway. Emergency crews have been working around the clock to remove debris over the last 16 days. It is the largest non-hurricane-related recovery effort in Florida's history. Surfside Mayor Charles BURKETT expressed his optimism for the rest of the recovery operation.
There are 2 different operations underway now at the site. One at the original collapse site, working very carefully to recover victims, and the other at the more recently collapsed remaining building to quickly remove the rubble. It's astounding the pace at which they're working and getting that rubble out of there. Given the current pace, it appears very likely that the site will be cleared a lot sooner than many expected, at least as it pertains to the area where the remaining building was demolished.
Investigators are testing the rubble along with the Tower Sisters building for additional clues. Reports have detailed concerns of saltwater damage to concrete slabs at the tower. They hope that these tests will give conclusive answers as to why the 40-year-old building collapsed. CBS News national correspondent Manuel Bojorquez spoke with first responders about the emotional toll of the recovery effort.
It seemed like a key was to demolish that part that was still unstable. It opened up the ability for you and your teams to go into where the bedrooms are believed to be.
Yeah, so the concern initially with that building still standing is that if there's a secondary collapse or there's a shift in that structure, there was still significant debris hanging over our heads, and it was too risky and things were constantly falling, that if one small piece of brick falls from that height, it'll kill a first responder.
Did you have a moment where you felt the clear and present danger to yourself and your teams?
Well, I think there's still clear and there's still significant dangers out there. There's plenty of rebar sticking out. We're using heavy machinery. We're using saws that can easily cut through somebody. So we have to do it safely as possible, but understand there's risk. The whole time we've been here, there's going to be risk. And, you know, we want to operate as safely as possible, but we understand that there's also risk involved with this.
Have you been able to process this, and what is the toll, not just on you, but the emotional toll on all the workers that are on the pile?
I think there's a toll on everybody. It's not just even the rescuers and the USAR teams that are on the pile, but it's also the heavy machinery individuals that are out there, the police officers and homicide, everybody that's dealing with this aftermath. And it's going to be difficult. I think as a unified front, as a task force, we will get through it together. I don't think we're at that stage yet where people are really processing it because we haven't really had any downtime. I think once that occurs and we leave this site, and we might start seeing some of those issues come up then.
Has there been a most difficult moment for you so far?
Yeah, I think the most difficult was to find our firefighter's daughter.
That 7-year-old girl?
Yeah.
I don't know if you have children, but I'd imagine you put yourself in his position.
Oh, absolutely. I have 3 kids, and I don't wish none of this on anybody. It's a terrible thing.
While the ongoing recovery efforts weigh on the minds of first responders, victims' family members are also grappling with the pain. Victims and their families are now filing a flurry of lawsuits against the city of Surfside and the building following the collapse. The increasing legal action is threatening to overload the Miami court system. In turn, dozens of lawyers are stepping forward in an effort to help with the legal proceedings. Jorge Silva is an attorney and partner at Silva & Silva. He is one of the many lawyers volunteering to take the condo collapse case to court. Jorge, thanks for being here. What first brought you into this case, and what are you hoping to achieve for the victims and their families?
Thank you for having me this morning, Lana. It's simple. This has rocked our nation and most certainly our community. And we have been privileged to undertake the representation of numerous individuals throughout the country in these types of catastrophes, but never to this magnitude. And so seeing our community rocked, it was incumbent upon us to step up and to be able to help our community and everyone, and just let everyone know that we're in this together. So it's really, albeit unfortunate, our privilege to be able to help our community and let our community know that they're not alone.
And Jorge, I'm hoping you can tell us more about who these lawsuits are targeting, and tell us a bit more about what sort of compensation victims and their families are searching for.
Well, unfortunately, this collapse was something that has been occurring now for years, despite what many people think. This building was screaming for years about its symptoms and about what was impending doom. And countless individuals and entities knew about this. Although they didn't appreciate it, they knew, as I just mentioned a moment ago, about the symptoms, including engineering firms, the association, and even the neighboring properties knew quite well that there were significant cracks, that this building was losing height. And as a result, this has been on the verge of happening now for quite some time. This wasn't like a light switch that just went from on to off, but rather it's been a process ongoing.
So I heard you mention engineering firms, the board association, perhaps members of government oversight there. Judge Michael Hansman will be overseeing all civil lawsuits related to the Surfside collapse. How unusual is this, and how is it helpful to the victims and their families to streamline this mitigation process?
Well, it's unusual to individuals, but it's not completely unusual to the legal community. This is what we call a mass tort, and mass torts happen throughout the country. If you remember the Las Vegas shooting, if you remember the World Trade Center, if you remember the FIU bridge collapse and the Hard Rock collapse in New Orleans, and Chinese drywall, and on and on. So these types of cases unfortunately do happen, and we are blessed to have such an experienced judge in Judge Michael Hansman to be able to streamline this process, to be able to help all of us organize ourselves and to focus on this. This is going to be a very, very taxing process for these families. It'll probably take 12 to 18 months to allow this process to develop, to be able to give some, and I use the term some, closure to these families. Obviously, this is something that will unfortunately be with us forever, but it's going to be a process to identify culpable parties and to be able to secure some sort of indemnity for them. Indemnity meaning a payment for them that's never, ever going to bring their loved ones back or the full value of their properties. But it's the civil legal system that we have, and our civil justice system allows compensation for these families.
Yeah. Judge Hansman says that there is roughly $48 million worth of insurance money that's available, obviously, for the victims who have lost family members. There's no amount of money that is sufficient. But even given that, there's clearly not going to be enough to pay for the loss and damages for families impacted by the collapse. Where else are you looking to get additional compensation? And are you feeling like you can get some modicum of justice for these victims and their families?
Lana, my firm has the privilege of representing a number of these families. And the running theme we continue hearing is we want answers. We want to understand what exactly happened. The $48 million is really the tip of the iceberg, because the $48 million is the insurance that the actual building homeowners association purchased. There's substantial, as I mentioned earlier, culpable parties that have their own independent insurance. And so as a result, the insurance that the engineering firms and the other subcontractors that were hired to evaluate the cracks in the cement, as well as the neighboring property, as well as the city of Surfside, and on, there is substantial additional insurance. Is it enough to compensate these families? I don't think any amount of money is enough to compensate these families and these property owners, but there will be a significant recovery for them. And it's the little that we can do as lawyers in the community to hold their hand and guide them through these uncharted territories.
Mm-hmm. Jorge Silva, thank you.
Thank you.